In this next topic, you probably all see these really attractive low lease payments for the Model 3 and the Model Y. But you might be wondering, with your actual taxes and fees, what will be the actual payment? Because we're probably all conditioned. We see a low payment like that advertised on the websites or commercials or wherever. But until you actually get down to the nitty gritty and take a look at what it is in real world, what the payment will be, then you're really not going to know what the actual payment will be. Well, lucky for us, we just got a screenshot of an actual breakdown of the Tesla Model 3 lease payment with taxes, fees, and everything looped in. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at this. So Model 3, there's a really attractive lease. If you go to it, it's got $4,500 down. You can toggle this estimated taxes and fees, but I've always been a little worried about this because it's not always accurate until you actually get down to the nitty gritty with giving your zip code, your exact zip code, address, and everything for that. But right here we see if we switch this to 24 months, it's a $430 a month payment with estimated taxes and fees. But lucky for us, we just got a screenshot tagged to us on Twitter. So shout out to Nick or X. Shout out to Nick for posting this. We've got really cool screenshots. And if you're looking for this, maybe I'll repost it so you can take a look at yourself. But we've got a Model 3 Highland right here. It's not Model 3 Highland. Model 3 rear wheel drive, a $40,000 MSRP vehicle, or not MSRP with fees and everything. So pretty much a cheap base one. Monthly payment $368.83 a month. I mean, that is a pretty nice payment. 24-month term, 10,000 miles a year, 2,539 sales tax, so very attractive there. Money factor 0.00400600. So what that actually calculates is to basically about a 9.744 interest rate. Cost over 24 months, around $22,641. Disposition fee, if you don't know what that is, that's a fee that you pay at the end of the lease when you turn it in for dispositioning it, $395. And then there's a couple other fees from that. But here we can see it, $368 a month. Amount due at signing, $1,151. This is a very basically an almost zero down lease, maybe like $1,000 drive off essentially, but a very attractive lease at the end of the day for a Tesla Model 3. I mean, in some places this probably pays for itself, depending if you have a really inefficient car that gets like 10 miles a gallon or maybe even 15 miles a gallon. You're spending $200 to $300 a month in gas already at really high gas rates. You can start to see how this really pencils out and makes a lot of sense, especially with an efficient Model 3 or Model Y or electric vehicle that really doesn't have too much maintenance, not like gas or oil changes or anything like that. But really attractive to see. Thank you to Nick for sending us this screenshots of their Model 3 lease. And let me know if this helps you out and gives you a better idea of whether it makes sense to buy a Model 3 lease or not. I mean, I've really recommended it for some people. Most of you are waiting maybe for the Model 3 Highland, and that's where a 2-year lease could make some sense to get you in a vehicle now. But also, a couple things to be worried about a Tesla Model 3 lease is that you cannot buy the vehicle out at all. It is literally a rental payment because you have to turn in the lease to Tesla at the end of the term. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of some of those restrictions, pretty hefty restrictions. So it is literally a rental vehicle at the end of the day. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic.